Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
I finally got here. Hey everyone, come on in. Get some pods on the subject. Is it working? Is this thing on? Tap, tap, tap. I don't know. Is it? Oh, I think I'm connected now. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Listen. It's Transformational Tip Tuesday. We're going to be talking about no today, that famous, lovely word. Who's with me? Who's in the house? Bring it on in. Yes, works fine. Good. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see you all seeing. I love that. Who said that? Yvonne's here. Goody. Heather said she was just telling her dog no. That's good. Hi, Debbie. And there's Amber. Did you see the beautiful ornament that Amber gave me? And by the way, too, Diane also sent me this incredible, lovely Christmas card. And I just want to thank everybody for your Christmas cards. It's so sweet. But she sent me this little, and did you make that, Amber? You got to tell me, fess up. It's clear, and it has a little lake on it, and all the little pine trees around it, and the dog, just like our little house does. So I'm so blown away by it. It just absolutely touched me right to my heart. I will treasure this little ornament forever. And I get to remember it every single time we have Christmas. I will always remember that. So Amber, don't leave me now and say, that's it, I'm done. So I'm so glad you're all here. Thank you so much for showing up and stopping by. You know, we got a lot of stuff going on. It is Transformational Tip Tuesday, and you know, I also want to mention that I don't know about you, but our little town is blowing up with COVID, and it's coming around, and people that I know are getting touched with COVID. If you are a part, by the way, of that, if you are a part of our Hot Milk Sprint group, I put my COVID protocol in there. I want you to take a look at it. If you're using our supplements, then just all you have to do is follow the protocol. I wrote this whole thing out. It's all based on science. I didn't footnote the science because I wrote this for Mark's daughter, who was going through COVID, and she flew right through it. So why? Well, partly because of her age, partly because she takes good care of herself, and also she felt stuffed with supplements and this whole thing on the way to do this. So I don't know, supplements help. Get your vitamin D levels up, by the way, too. So today, of course, is our Transformational Tip Tuesday. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. And one of the biggest transformational tips that I have found in my whole life has been learning to say no. Because one of the things that we do is that we say yes when we really mean no because of a lot of different things. We're going to be talking about that today because I don't want you stuck in that place. I don't want you stuck in the place of doing something that you don't really want to do. And one of the things that I have found is that oftentimes we are more often playing for this imaginary audience that we really don't have, who's not sitting there waiting for you to perform and do something the way they think you should be doing it. That's what we think. And that's how we get stuck in saying yes when we really should be saying no. Big stuff. If it doesn't evolve me, it doesn't involve me. That's Michael Baisden. He said that. And what a great quote. We need to start getting down to the basics of these things. Not participating in idle gossip and stuff that we have absolutely no control over. Because I know, people get into the politics of the politics and religion and all kinds of stuff. And we don't have this way, it seems, of really just allowing people to be in their thing and do their thing. We think it's our duty to proselytize. And I don't know about you, but I don't like it. I don't like somebody doing that to me, so why do we feel we need to do that with them? If it doesn't involve you, don't let it involve you, okay? Deal? Pinkies up on that one? What do you think? I think that one makes this a little bit better. So thank you anyway, all of you, for showing up. We are here in the midst of everything. We are getting ready to close. All paperwork is in place. The closing should be happening at any time. We're just waiting for a phone call saying we recorded the deed, it is yours. And I sure hope so, because tomorrow morning we've got movers coming, and it's, you know, we really need to have everything in place. So today also, I want you to know too about the workshop coming up. We have a great workshop coming up that's going to hit you heart, mind, body, and soul. We're going to take you all the way through so that you can recognize these different aspects of yourself that is so important to be mindful in them, not just the one thing. You know, we can't be just mindful in one thing. We got to be mindful in all the things. That's when we start to see that elevation. That's when we start to lift up. That's when we start to live our very best lives, and vibrant at that one. It's called Creating a Vibrant 2021. All the information is at savingdinner.com/vibrant. Lots of stuff goes into this. This is a big conference. You're also going to get hooked up into our detox, which is coming up. It's called the Vibrant Body Detox, and that in and of itself is $47 value. Plus we have all the, you know, the massive swag bag and everything else. It's like a fabulous deal. So check it out, savingdinner.com/vibrant. Okay, deal? Also, we have waiting on those cups. They're not here yet. Meanwhile, these are what's going out. Look at this, full bloom. We've got the cute full bloom mugs, and if you love pink, I love pink. We've got hot pink and pink. Pink on pink, so cute. If you are spending $200 in our store, you're gonna get one. Automatically, we're gonna give it to you. And it's also, you know, we also have sell it for just $10 if you are only spending $100 in the store, but that's how it all works out. We also have the supplement of the week, which, you know, put 4 in your cart, we will charge you as if for 3, so you're going to get another one free. And you can find out about our supplement of the week by going to savingdinner.com/show, and it'll tell you all about it. This is all about the apple cider vinegar, and it was in yesterday's notes. We had the whole blog post in there. It's organic apple cider vinegar, and do you know that it has an impact on your blood sugar? It has an impact on your digestion. This is pretty good stuff. And for those of you who don't like the taste of apple cider vinegar, or it feels really icky on your teeth, that's me. This is one way. And some people really, it burns their esophagus. They just don't like it. Well, this is the way to do it. Get it, you know, and you will be set up, my dear. That's it. Promise. What else do we have? I'm sitting here without my, flying blind without my notes. I've got it right here. Oh, quote deck. Look at this. Listen. You're gonna want this. First of all, you know how we start with a quote of the week? Well, we decided to take those quotes and put them in a deck. It's called, how come it's up? Oh, it's upside down. It's quote deck. Isn't that cute? And inside, it's in this little plastic thing. Here, I'm gonna show it to you. I love a little show and tell, don't you? Look at this. All of these quotes. This is how you can inspire yourself. And I'm going to take it a step further. Okay, so first of all, who do we have here? No, I don't want that one. I don't want that one either. I'm looking for a quote that I want to share with you. What do we have? Here's one from Harvey McKay. If you're persistent, you will get it. If you're consistent, you will keep it. That's a good one, right? Isn't that so great? Now, here's how you make it even better. Because I firmly believe that what we see, what we keep in front of us, that's our evidence that we're always searching for, right? Oh, here. Well, let's see. I'm having a heck of a time, you guys. It's been a day. I've been up since the crack of early. Okay, and if you buy our quote decks, if you get 2, we will ship them to you free. Okay, and on the back it says, living life in full bloom, because that's what our thing is usually. Look, it's on a little wooden stand. Do you see that? That you can sit right there on your desk and stare at it all day. And you know, I'm going to tell you something. Staring at something all day, when you're staring at something that's going to impact the way you think, that's how you change your life. Little by little. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not everything. So you can find out about those at savingdinner.com/quote. I want you to have this. This is a great tool, by the way. Tools. Tools are what keep us sane. All right, show notes. Just go to savingdinner.com to get them, because we have them every single day, and you will find all the show notes from yesterday. Yesterday we were talking, and as a matter of fact, lovely, good old Amber, you know what she did? Amber connected the Saturday Night Live skit. And I told you about yesterday how the mom got a robe for Christmas, and then the rest of the family got all this stuff. And we talked about not being a martyr and not being the only one, and how we can go to that next level so that we aren't in that place anymore of feeling like nobody remembered me, nobody cares about me, and making sure that we do for ourselves, right? Anyway, that's what we did. And she put that skit, that in case you were wondering about it, because it was hysterical, she put it in the newsletter. So that's what she did. You know, every day the newsletter has something in it. So if you're not hooked up, girlfriend, you are missing out. All you have to do is go to savingdinner.com and you will get that. And last but not least, we're doing the 12 days of Christmas? And we're doing it sort of like Episcopalians do it, which just means that we're just going to carry it on. We started a little late this year, but listen, every single day we have a buy one, get one that's really cool. And I'll tell you, Jenny put together a great list of stuff. Today, you're going to love this. If you buy the updated, it's not a full body clutter book. It is the update for the body clutter book, because if you've heard me talk about before, I'm embarrassed about the nutrition advice that I have in the body clutter book, but it's 16 years old. So anyway, we have that all fixed. I've updated all of that and given it to you on how to nutritionally feed your body, and it's so much better. There's some other stuff in there, but you can get the updated version in a PDF. And not only that, for free, you're also going to get the Take Back Your Life Body Clutter Journal in a PDF, not hardcore like this, not heavy, not hard copy like this. But isn't that great? I love this. And this is a tool. You know, this is going to really help you out and get you to the place that you want to get, because we want 2021 to look a whole heck of a lot different than 2020. Amen? That's what this is about. So understanding what body clutter is about and getting the updated nutrition information is really going to help you out. And also how to use Take Back Your Life journal. And with that journal, when you get that, you'll also get the whole class that I did to teach you on how to use it. You can print it out as many times as you want. It's a great value. Go check it out. Go to savingdinner.com/BOGO. BOGO. Isn't that great? And that, my friends, is everything that I've got. I cannot think of one more thing. Oh, Christmas menus, plus the intimate Christmas menu that we just added just this weekend. savingdinner.com/Christmas. It has everything for you. Everything that I share with you, resources galore. Don't you love a good resource? Don't you love something free? Gosh, I do. All right. Let's go with the no thing. Let's talk no. Michael Jordan said, once I make a decision, I never thought about doing it again. Once I made a decision, never thought about doing it again. Never thought about it again. But his decision was yes. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Ever heard of that one in the Bible? It's a Bible verse. I know about that. That's in James 5:12. You know, this is something that we need to take to heart, ladies, to heart. Because one of the things that we do is we have this imaginary audience in front of us that says, you know, we're playing for these people who really don't give a crap. You know, honestly, they'd love you to do this. They'd love you to volunteer. They'd love you to take this off their plate. But sincerely, they don't care as much as you do about what they think about you. This is why we say yes all the time. This is why we say yes when we really mean no. The Bible's clear. Let your yes be yes and let your no be no. That means that you have in your mind an absolute understanding of what yes means and an absolute understanding of what no means. When we can get to this place of being very clear with it, yes, I can do that, no, I can't, then things start to shift because our priorities now are being represented right, in the right way. If you've ever felt conflicted, if you've ever felt like, oh, why did I say that? And it's a habitual pattern with you, then listen up, sister. Because, I'm talking, this is from my heart. This is from the place of understanding because I did this all the time. I feel like I lived my children's entire existence especially when they were younger, especially under 10, doing and saying yes when really I should have been saying no all the time. And I taught Bible, I taught and led women's retreats. I had I had a Christian radio show. I understood what these Bible verses said. And yet, all I thought about was the fact that everybody is looking at me and making a decision about who I am based on what I say I will do. And my mother used to say to me, Leanne, you're always dancing for everyone else. And it's true. We need to dance for ourselves. We need to dance for ourselves, and we need to represent to others who we really are by letting our yes be yes and letting our no be no. When we go into yes, we need to go into yes, that's what I want to do. And when we get into no, when it's even kind of just like, that might be all right, we need to understand that a lukewarm maybe should mean no. Because that keeps us out of that danger zone of trying to please others all the time. Because that's what it is when we're yesing all the time when we should be knowing. That's right. A friend of mine from years and years and years ago used to say that if it isn't a hell yes, then it's got to be a hell no. That's what she used to say. And she also used to tell me that when you feel your heart jump inside of you, that's when you know that it's a yes. When you feel that nudging inside of you just kind of going, I'm not sure, but that would really help somebody else out, that's when you got to know. That's when you got to know. Because when we're dancing for everyone else, you're not getting the benefit of it. You're not getting the benefit of it. And I'm going to tell you what, guess what happens? They never show up and sit in your audience. They don't. So you're sitting there knocking yourself out for everyone else and not getting what it is that you want. They don't show up, folks. They really don't. And they're not giving you another thought. And that's not because they don't love you or care about you or whatever. They're just not performing for you and you're performing for them. And this is what happens to us when we get stuck in this saying yes when we really mean no. So how do we get out of this? What are the symptoms really of this? You value your time and your own values, but you're not identifying your priorities. If you value your time and you value your own values, you hold them, then you've got to make those your priority and not budge. We don't move off that mark. When we don't move off that mark, that gives us super clarity. It keeps us in that place. The other thing is when we're worried about what somebody else is saying, what is that saying about you? What is that saying about you? That you do not value your own stuff? Is that what's going on? So come on. We've got to start thinking about this. What Catherine says, that's so right. They don't sit in our audience, mind blown. It's true. Because all of this stuff that we think we know what's going on, we absolutely do not. We are completely oblivious. And we're knocking ourselves out, sweating up a storm, and then we're wondering why nobody noticed. The reason why is because they're absent. They got to pass it on to you. Think about this the next time you volunteer. Think about this the next time you take on something else. Think about this if you're the first person everybody calls. Oh, give it to Angie, she'll do it. Give it to Joanne, she'll do it. You need to be that person who says no, or let me think about it. And that's one of our tactics. I'm gonna get to that place of what we can do. Because no is an automatic conflict. That's one of the reasons why we avoid it. Think about it. When we say no, we're saying somebody's going, whoa, When you say no, you're saying, oh, let me give you a conflict. Instead of complying, instead of doing the nice girl thing, you've said, no, I'm not going to do that. Well, who are you? Right? So remember that when we try to avoid conflict, that's one of the reasons why we say yes all the time when we really mean no. And when we say yes, when no means yes, you know what we're doing? We're denying ourselves the great stuff. We are. Because now something else is taking up space where the great thing that's going to come along should be. So remember this, we only have so many resources. We're human beings. We can only stretch so far. So if we're saying yes to a whole bunch of stuff that we really, on the fence about, that means that the great stuff that we want to come into our lives is not going to have room to do so. Have you ever done that? Have you ever said yes and then something else has come along and you think, oh my gosh, I wish I hadn't said yes because I really want to do that instead. Think about that. That's that knee-jerk reaction that we have to saying yes to please, instead of saying yes to because it's the right thing and it's a right fit for us. It's okay for it to not fit. It's okay for it to not feel good. And it's okay for us to allow the conflict for the moment of saying no. And when we say no, guess what we're going to avoid? This is so good. You're going to love this. We're going to avoid the conflict with ourselves. Because as we try to avoid all the conflict with everyone else by saying yes, then we are avoiding the conflict with ourselves. Do you see where I'm going with all of this? We've created the conflict with ourselves because now we're beating ourselves up and going, why did I say yes to that? Why did I say yes to that? So here's how we get out of it. I've got a couple of things. We learn how to say no. How about that? You ready to learn how to say no? The first one is that you learn how to cushion it. Oh my gosh, I am so flattered that you would think of me first. Thank you for thinking of me. And I'm really, I know I could probably do a pretty good job for you, but I just don't have the time. But thank you for thinking of me. There you go. Cushion it. Say something nice. Say something kind. Tell the person who's asking you, thank you for thinking of me, or whatever it is, whatever feels good. But cushion your no with something so that it's not just too direct and too abrupt and too abrasive. We don't need to be like that. I'm being abrasive simply to contrast the difference between saying yes when you really mean no. That's all I'm doing here. Number two is, if that's hard for you, then at least give yourself a moment to allow this primal monkey brain of yours to have a moment to think and get it to the prefrontal cortex where you know you should be saying no. Let me think about it. That's number two. That's how we say no. Let me think about that. I need to check with my husband. I need to check my calendar. I need to check my horoscope. I don't care. Whatever it is that you need to do, you need to give yourself some time so that you can get to this place of saying no. Buy yourself some time. That's number two. Number three, offer an alternative. I can't help you with that. But what I can do is make copies for you. What I can do is pray for you. What I can do is take a bag of food down to the food bank. Whatever it is, offer an alternative instead of this soul-sucking project that somebody's trying to pass off onto you. And number four is give a reason. And I'm going to say this very clearly, but don't lie about it. Don't say, well, I just can't do it because, everybody in my house has chicken pox, or I just can't do it because, I'm whatever. Just don't make up a bad excuse. Just tell them the truth. Your excuse, I can't. My plate is too full right now. I can't do that right now. I can't, and then go up to number three if you need to, but here's something else that you can do, or call so-and-so. She was just saying the other day, man, I don't have anything to do, call them, but be careful. Just, we don't want to be, too terrible about that and get a phone call later. Why did you volunteer me? That's a thing. And number five is don't give false hope. This is something that I've seen a lot. And this is, well-intentioned and well-meaning, but false hope is false hope. And it's really a lie, isn't it? That might be something that I do. Let me call you tomorrow. That's false hope. Instead of let me think about it is very clear. You're not giving any kind of an impression that this might be something. Yeah, maybe, but probably going to happen. 90% sure, but let me get back with you. False hope. Let's tell the truth. And let's remember this, ladies, that when our yes is yes and our no is no, we're clear, we're direct, we're focused. We're focused on the things that we really want, and we're giving room in our lives to pursue those things that we really want. If you want your 2021 to look completely different, if you want your 2021 to light you up and say, yeah, that's a vibrant life, this is one exercise that we need to get a hold of. Understanding that our yes needs to mean yes, and our no needs to mean no. No half-assery here. We do it full out or not at all. This black and white thing, this is the place for that. And you know what? When you do that, you are respecting yourself and you're respecting the person who's asking. Think about that. This is how we get to the place of living that high level life that we all dream about, that we all want, with vibrancy shooting out of it everywhere. I hope that was helpful for you, because this is the way that we move the needles in our lives. Exactly. I mean, for me, this is what changed the whole trajectory. I started with that. I started with my yes being yes, my no being no. Surrounding myself with people who I knew were living a level of life that I wanted to live. Seeing things in front of me, just like I showed you from the quote deck, and constantly reminding myself that it is my responsibility to live that vibrant life. Nobody else's. You can't do vibrant, though, if you're giving your time away to everyone else, everyone who's asking for it. You're in charge of your own life. You are responsible for your output of what it is that you're going to produce. And one day, well done, my good and faithful servant. You want to hear that? Then start getting your yes straight and your no straight as well. I love you guys. Tomorrow, this will be all gone. Tomorrow, I will likely be taking you down for a little walk onto the dock and showing you the lake that we're about to be living on, and giving you kind of a look-see of what my life is like. Anyway, I love you all, and I thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for sharing these videos. And don't forget, all the links that we talked about today, everything is linked right here in the chat. Amber and Jenny do a great job. And when you share this, you're caring, and I really appreciate that. We do everything that we can to help you out. That's what we are here for, to serve you and to be on task with our mission to help lift you up to live that vibrant life that you want. I love you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace be with you.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.